I don't believe in the word procrastination. Like, I don't really believe in that word. I told a young lady in Australia who told me she was a procrastinator. I said, look, if I told you to meet me here tomorrow at 5 a.m. and I'm going to give you $3 million, where would you be? She said, I'm going to be right there at 4:59, ready to get that $3 million. And I said, so then there's no such thing as procrastination. What it is it's not important to you. Right? It's not meaningful to you. It's not something that's urgent to you. And when something is not urgent, you put it off. So yep, you're in school, yes. You probably are getting grades, etc. But if it's not meaningful to you, if it's not important to you, then you're not going to make it a priority. So what you have to do is find out, how can you make it meaningful? How can you make it purposeful? How can you make it stick? And when you can find that out, I promise you'll get up early, you'll get there first, and you'll do whatever it takes to make that goal a reality. So for me, no such thing as procrastination. It's a such thing as it's not a priority to you.
You said that you were going to graduate this year. You were going to finish college this year. You said you were going to run a marathon, right? This is what you said out of your mouth. All I'm doing is I'm saying, listen to me, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you should do this. You should do that. You should do this. I didn't tell you all year what you should do. But what I did tell you is don't talk about it, be about it. You should be tired, all right? You should be tired of talking about it, and you should be at a place where you're doing something about it, all right? The reason why you have not become successful, the reason why you are not like a locomotive, the reason why you're not having success in your life is because every single day you got an excuse. And I need you to do me a favor. I made my last excuse yesterday. My last reason. I came up with my last reason yesterday of why I can't do what I'm supposed to do. And so I need you to do me a huge favor. All your excuses, all your good reasons, everything that's keeping you from doing what you're supposed to do, I need you to put it behind you and say yesterday was the last day for that foolishness. Yesterday was the last day to say I don't have enough money to do this. I don't have enough money to go to school. I don't have enough money to get a computer. I don't have what it takes. I'm not smart enough, right? I don't write well enough. I don't sing well enough. That's why I didn't do my CD. I didn't write my book because I'm not on that level. Listen to me. You better hear what I'm saying. Yesterday was the last day that I want to hear an excuse. It's over with. I was
Okay, greetings everybody. All right, hopefully I can be heard okay. And the audio is not working, so give me 1 second. Okay, can you see me? All right, the audio is working. Okay, so do you see me on the video? Okay, you guys can see me, but I can't see you. But we're gonna keep going forward. Greetings, everyone. Welcome, 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 welcome to this edition of Told to Legacy. Amen. Total Legacy. So Total Wealth and Total Legacy is our company. So we just wanted to come on today. I don't know. Am I being heard okay out there? Am I being heard okay? Okay. Yeah, Brother Clay. Okay, so we're there. All right. As I said before, I'm not being seen on my screen, but I know I heard my assistant producer said that I can be seen. So I'm going to go ahead and go forward. I appreciate everyone for tuning in today to this edition. Y'all, I am overly excited to have this guest with me today. But before we go into this, I just wanted to just do a few preliminary things here. and make sure that we get all this little stuff in the way before we bring to the stage our very, very special guest, uh, Kelly from California, and we're excited to have him on today. He took out time in his busy schedule. We're not going to hold him long today. I just wanted to get a chance to bring him in, and just be able to give us some good information today. Listen, this information is life changing. Reason why I had this urgency to do it now, because as I've been talking and preaching and saying certain things off and on, it's a shifting in the world. It's evident stuff's going on. We here at the new world. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it. Ain't no need to trying to second guess it, or maybe or shuck and jive with it. We at the new world. So we got to make some new changes. We got to make some new moves. We got to talk different. We got to move different. We got to act different. We got to be different. We got to just revolutionize the world for the kingdom. And I know this is not a Christian, or I should say this is not. We're not going in the scriptures and doing all that on this particular podcast. But I will say that the Bible does talk about we are in the world, but we're not of the world. So we are part of a different system, and we know a lot of things are happening, a lot of things are transpiring. God has put an urgency in my spirit to do certain things and help. Either, as I said earlier, I told a few people, I said, prepare for war in a time of peace. We're in the midst of a financial war, some things that's going on. We got to start preparing now, putting ourselves in position. That's why I brought the special guest on, because I said that he's positioned himself. He's starting to teach people how to position themselves. I said, I'm starting on a mission of teaching people how to position themselves, because it's time now for, as you guys see on the screen, the transfer of wealth. Amen. The Bible talks about how the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the just. And I know God has some great things in store for us as a just here in the world, because we make a decision to follow Christ. We make a decision to follow Christ. So there's a lot of things that I can say, but I don't want to hold you too much longer. As I will be having my website up real soon, and it's going to be www.transferofwealth.com. I'm gonna probably put legacy in there because I like that part too. So it's transfer of wealth for legacy. And I just believe that we are part of this legacy now. We got to start now, people. We got to start moving now. We got to start acting now. Things are not getting better; they're getting worse. We're seeing more and more things happening, and people out there. And a lot of you watching today have a lot of questions. Now, I want to say this too. This is part I want to get out the way. I'm sending this video to all the leaders in the network, all the leaders in the Apostolic Network, the New Hope Apostolic Network, under our governing apostle, Sylvester Brinson. I want to be able to travel to all these ministries. We got 170, maybe 170 churches now all over the world. And we are going to be teaching financial literacy and doing some things. So this video is for you all, but I said I want to open it up for everybody to be able to be a part of this, because this is exciting information that this young man that I met, I call him a young man. I don't know if he called himself a young man, but I call him a young man. I believe he's a young man. Glory to God. He looks young to me. But I want to invite him on just to introduce him. But I said I wanted to do this for the churches and the ministries, because we are not going to be a part of the problem, people. We're going to be a part of the solution. I'm already preparing in my head, how can we get trucks to start feeding people, bring them over to that church, Kingdom Life Ministries Global. Me and my wife started the ministry here. I said we want to bring trucks. We want to start feeding people. We want to go out and teach families about wealth, finances, life insurance, real estate. We got to kick into action, y'all. Amen. I heard a young man talking, and I'm bringing Dr. Clay up here. I had a young man talking the other night, talking about, now we're going to really see we're going to really see what the church is about, because now they've been screaming, bring all the tithes to the storehouse, that there may be meat in my house. Now we got some people that need some meat in the house. What y'all going to do, churches? I'm talking to all y'all leaders out there, because I'm sending this to all the leaders, because I'm telling you, I want to come to your church with a workshop. We're coming to the churches. We're coming because we want to now pour into the communities and change lives and revolutionize lives. This ain't about money for me. I'm long gone from that. This temporal stuff, the earth passes away and all this stuff, but the Bible says he that does the will of the Lord is going to last forever. I'm about the will of the Lord. I'm about establishing kingdom. This ain't about money and trying to get rich and trying to get your money. I ain't studying your money. I'm studying the kingdom. And I'm studying changing lives and seeing people's lives revolutionize. The kingdom the Bible talks about lives on the inside of us. So my mission as an apostle in the Lord's church is to change lives. And I want to come to churches, ministries, community centers, homeless shelters. We doing it all this year, y'all. And going into next year. We're coming everywhere we can possibly get the message out that transfer of wealth is in your house. We're going to start doing it. We're going to start implementing these things. I wanted to bring this young man on today because he has some information. I'm telling you, I've been watching this young man. I met him through another business partner, and this young man, Clay Sampson, he is an outstanding entrepreneur. He's been working in the industry many years. He's going to tell more about his story, but I tell you, Mr. Clay is doing some great things. He has an online social media network called Envy Social. He's doing some great things in that. He does some wisdom walks. You can see him going out on wisdom walks in the forest, and sometimes I'll be wondering if is a fox gonna get him or a wolf, but he out there walking wisdom walks. He does health things, mindset. I watched so many of his mindset videos and blown away. I'm just like, and he has the key word on there, legacy, y'all. Legacy. So he been doing some great things with that social media network. He's doing some great things, and I want to make sure that you all, he has the information on how to be a part of it. He's going to give you all that information about joining that. And also the thing we're going to talk about today that I've been watching for the last year, everything trading. Y'all, when I tell you this is a life-changing thing, I just hope y'all buckle up, sit down, lay down, kick the dog out of the room. You got rats, roaches, kick them out of the room. Tell them they don't disturb you right now. You ain't finna kill no roach. You got to hear this information today, y'all. This is some powerful information. Powerful. And this is a young man. He's been doing his thing, getting married too. So he has a wife, a beautiful wife, and he has some children and some grandchildren and all that good stuff. And he's doing some great things. I don't think he's gonna have no more kids, but I think he's finished with that. But he's doing some great things. And y'all make sure you go to Amazon and get his book, and it's going to change your life. He's going to give you that information too. It's all about, it's all in the mindset. It's all in the mindset. You guys make sure you go to Facebook and grab his book. And we're going to give you a little bit more information about that. But we're going to bring him to the stage because I'm telling you, without further ado, I want to bring him in because he's going to set the stage for changing the lives of people, communities, changing the lives of individuals. Now, this is the key thing I want to say. Only for those that listen and only for those who take action. As I said, the train of purpose is going down the track. We're not stopping for you to get on the train. You got to get up, you got to move, and you got to come to the train. That's the message I want to give you today as I bring this young man on. And everybody, I see you popping in. Hello, everybody. I see you popping in. Greetings. Thank you for tuning in. And we bring us to the stage without further ado, Mr. Clayton Sampson.
Hello, sir. How are you?
Man, I am outstanding. I am excited. I am fired up. I know you full, man. You like a volcano. So I ain't gonna hold down the fire today. I'm gonna bring you on in with these few questions, and just would open it up. If you want to say something, open it up. We got a few questions, and our questions I send you, we ain't gonna do all those questions. We just gonna have a conversation. I just want to have like a little layout. So,
well,
Mr. Clay, take it away.
It's interesting you say that because I know I saw a list of questions come over. I didn't read them because I don't like to prepare for meetings. I speak from the heart because God has put me in a position to give back, and that's what it's all about. And it's like, well, we have our meetup every Saturday, and I don't plan for them at all. I just wait till the Holy Spirit tells me what to say, and I speak from the heart, and it is what it is. And I tell people up front that, a lot of people say, wow, this is such a great group you have. You have so much success, and you should be really, really proud. I'm like, look, I'm not that smart to come up with all of this stuff. This is all God. So he's put me in a position to give back to his people. And that's what I do. I pay it forward. But since I'm new to your podcast and people are seeing this new, I have to start off with a question. So I know you have questions for me, but I have to start a question.
Sure, go right ahead.
So I think this will will help set the stage for whomever will be watching this in the future. So arbitrarily, I have a briefcase. And in my briefcase, I have $1 million cash. And I'm willing to give it to you if you jump out of an airplane without a parachute. Would you do it?
You asking me, or you just saying it?
Well, if you don't know the answer to the question, just
I know the answer. I know the answer. I've been in your meetings.
Right, I know. But a lot of people listening haven't been in, so
Yes,
you already know what they're going to say. They're going to go, no, I'm not going to jump out that airplane, right? That's what most people say. Mm-hmm. But the problem with that is I never said the airplane's on the ground. I mean, in the air. It's on the ground.
Right.
If you take an inventory of most airplanes, most of them are on the ground. But people like to jump to conclusions. So before you jump to any conclusions today about this meeting you're about to witness, just keep in mind, you need to have an open mind. You need to listen and figure out what's best for you and your family. Because one thing I can assure you in everything in life, and this is anyone on this planet Earth, every single person has an agenda. I don't. And some people think, oh, what's your agenda? And people are like, they look at it as a negative. It's not a negative. Everybody has an agenda. You just have to understand that going in. The question is, does the agenda help you, or does that agenda hurt you? Key to it. So as I created the group and the following for, it's almost been a couple of decades now, but we do a lot of mindset training, like you mentioned. I am retired currently. I give back. I serve the Lord because He's asked me to do this. I'll do this till the day I die. I give back. I don't have a job. I don't have a business. I used to own businesses. I sold them all. I don't have any of them anymore, but I give back. And this all started with, serving the Lord, serving His people and giving back. A lot of people say, well, how much is it cost to join your to learn about all the mindset stuff? Nothing. Well, there's my agenda. My agenda is to give back because most people will run their system to be, quote, an influencer, where they get paid from YouTube or they get paid. I don't have those things. All my stuff is private. You have to know someone to get on my stuff. You have to. I'm not putting it on social media to get clicks, to get paid by the social media companies. I don't, because my agenda is different from most. So, like I mentioned, everybody has an agenda. You just need to find someone with the agenda that works with you and doesn't hurt you, and then you can move forward. Pretty simple.
That's good. Okay. That's really good, Clay.
You can go on with your questions from now on. Go ahead.
No, I appreciate that. That was good. That was a good opening. I appreciate that you saying that, because that segues us into your who you are and your starting out in this, in your background, kind of telling the viewers out there just kind of how a little bit about your journey. Sometimes that just helps people along the way because they hear your story and they be like, okay, well, I can do it. I can succeed.
Well, absolutely. Well, my scenario was I was in the car business at a very, very young age. Retired from that after about 25 years in the industry. It got into actually a multi-level marketing company. And I thought that was the thing that was going to change everything in my life. And actually it did. I did really well in the car industry. I was an escrow owning my own dealership, and found a company that a waitress actually told me about. And this is way back. This is 25 years ago. The name of the company was World Leadership Group. I think my background's kind of darked out, but if you see my office, it's accolades all over the walls. But what interested me about that company was the people that were in it. They were like in Hawaii in the middle of the week, and they were traveling and they were enjoying all their time. And I didn't understand, because I'm used to working, 14 hours, 10 hours, 12 hours a day to make it. I had the white picket fence, the home, the cars, the boats, all that stuff. That's great. But I had to put in the hours, and I had to put in and I saw that lifestyle. And that's there's usually something when you hear something or you hear someone speak, there's usually something that grabs you. So when the young lady told me about it, and she started telling me about, we're going to be in Hawaii next week with the owner. And I'm like, that's what grabbed me, because the money wasn't an issue. The material things weren't an issue. What I didn't have is, when all my friends are out on a weekend, I'm at the office. I'm working because I'm in retail. And people are, going out with their families. I'm working. So yeah,
Right.
it's great to get my week's vacation or my 2 weeks vacation after putting in 5 years, but that's all I knew. And I hated that portion. I hated the fact that I had the money, I had the things I needed to do, and I had the nice homes and all that stuff, but I didn't have the time. And
you're a glorified prisoner.
Exactly. And what I saw in this company that they told me about is like, wow, you have freedom.
Freedom. Yeah.
And then the money came, and there was more money than I was making before. Unfortunately, the company closed in 2008. I joined it, did very well, made millions of dollars, did very, very well in the company, but the real estate market crashed in 2008. We were in real estate financial services and mortgages, and that crashed, and I was able to retire from that because it was an amazing scenario. Then I realized that it's no longer about the money, because at that point in time in my life, I had my agenda, and my agenda was, how do I take care of me? How do I make more money for me? How do I get a bigger home? How do I get a bigger car? How do I get a bigger boat? How do I travel better places? How what I need to do for me? And that's what my life was in early 2000s. That's all I knew. It was all about me. Hey, well, okay, I'm going to do something. What's in it for me? Okay, you want me to go there? Okay, how much do I get paid? And that's usually how the scenario is. And until I finally gave that up and decided that, you know what, I'm going to serve God's people, I never have to worry about what's in it for me, because the riches came. The time freedom came. I don't have a job anymore. I don't own a business anymore. I get to wake up in the morning and do whatever I want to do, whenever I want to do, if I want to do it, with no stress. And that's what happened. So after the company closed, I did get involved in some other companies. And when the crypto came around and all that stuff, I got involved in that, made some good money, did really well with it before all the crypto stuff started crashing. But what people didn't understand is all these different multi-level marketing companies or whatever, look, you need to bring in people, recruit people so you can eat with them. And that's a part of multi-level marketing that I didn't like, even though I made millions of dollars and I did very, very well for myself. But I didn't like that portion, because most of the people didn't make any money. I mean, I probably had a team of about 15,000 people nationwide, and I had about 15 of them making over $1 million a year. 15 out of 15,000. Most of them didn't make anything. I would say 95% of them made nothing. And that's where the industry is broken. So, of course, God spoke to me. I came up with some different ideas. I came up with all the things. I sat back and I decided, what is life all about? First of all, give thanks to our Savior Jesus Christ. That's number one. Look, he is the one that does everything for me. We speak many times a day, and the rest will fall into place. So I figured, number one, you have to have the right mindset. So I started all these mindset training classes, and I started following people with the different philosophies. And I mean, I did this for 2 decades, and I found the best of the best, and I put them all in one place. And I decided, I asked God, it says, do I charge for this? How do I do this? He says, my son, you're going to give all this away. I will take care of what you need in life. Don't worry about it. I got you. You got me. I got you. So that's why I don't charge for those type of things. I give back. I talk about health. I talk about, legacy, leaving a legacy for your family, making sure that you're protected, make sure your grandchildren are protected, make sure they're set up in their life so they don't have to go through the struggles that you went through. Make sure your children don't have to go through the struggles that you go through. So our little group of 3,500 people, it's, again, I'm not looking for it to grow to 1 million people. I'm not interested in clickbait. I'm not interested in taking it public. I just want people that know people that want to bring them in. You don't get paid for anyone that comes in. I don't get paid for anybody who comes in. Look, we have a community of like-minded people to solve the world's problems, because the world is not going to solve the problem for you. I don't care who's involved in the White House. I don't care if you're Democrat, Republican, independent, whatever. None of those people are coming to your doorstep in the morning, ask you if you're okay. How was your Halloween? How did your kids have enough candy? Are you able to pay your car payment this month? Are you able to eat? Nobody's coming to save you. You know who's got to save you? You got to save you.
Yeah.
So I give everyone the tools that they need to save themselves, to live life on their own terms. And that's the key. Not on my terms, not on your terms, but on their terms. What do they want out of life? Where do they want to be? Some people may say, I want to tithe more to my church. Wonderful. Some people may say, I want a 10,000 square foot mansion. I want a 50,000 square foot mansion. I want to travel the world. I want a nicer car. I want to take care of whatever. It's your terms. So my teachings, which is very vast, it doesn't just go through one step. I know you mentioned the trading. The trading is great. Yes, you can make you can make whatever out of the market that you want to do. There's no figure anyone that can hit me with that I would say, that's a little bit too much. No, that doesn't, because God doesn't have a limit. Okay.
Yeah.
But you can't just come in and say, I want to learn trading because I want to make more money. That's not what it's about. This is a whole process. This is mindset. This is health. This is legacy. This is everything. This is spiritual. Everything that you need in life is in our system. Okay. So it's a no-brainer. And I did say that I don't charge, but I didn't say I didn't have a fee. So I know I don't charge, but let me explain the fee to you so everybody's clear, so we all understand each other. So this is, if you follow our group, as you become successful, you have to give back 1/3 of whatever you make to your community. Not to me. Don't send me nothing. I don't want you to send me nothing. But you're going to go bless your community. You're going to go to the grocery stores. You're going to go to the gas stations. You're going to go to Target. You're going to go wherever. You're going to hand out $100 bills. You're going to go to lower income areas with the grocery stores, and you're going to stand there and you're going to pay for people's groceries. You're not going to tell them your name. You're not going to tell them who you are. You're just going to do it, and you're going to move on. It's called paying it forward. And that's the charge I have for teaching anyone whatever they need to learn, because we have it all. And such a good God, he laid this thing out for me so perfectly. It is a no-brainer. I've been doing this for 2 decades. Biggest no-brainer in the world, but you have to follow the rules. You have to understand. In fact, I'll tell a little story that I tell people, because some of you that may be watching me right now, you may be, well, I'm not sure, because so many people have so much doubt and they're so skeptical, right? Because of all see. And most people are skeptical of wherever they are in life because of their upbringing. Look, the people I've spoken to and helped, I'm trying to change 20 years, 30 years, 40 years, 50 years.
Wow.
Right? And you can't change conditioning overnight. People have to want to change. People have to want to be better, want to live life in their own terms, right? They have to go out there and say, I'm ready to make a change. I want to see a difference. And in order to do that, you have to make some decisions. You have to decide, either I'm in or I'm not. But one thing you're not going to be doing is you're not going to be sending me a check. You don't have to pay me $49.95. You don't have to come to some seminar and give me your credit card. You just have to want to change. So here's a small little story for those of you that's new, that's never heard my voice before, or you're trying to make a change. So there was a gentleman that was in a flood, pretty close to what's happened in Jamaica, since we're in November of 2025. And the flood was coming. The gentleman was there, and a bus pulls up. And he says, you need to evacuate. The flood's coming. It's coming pretty heavy. The gentleman says, I don't need to go. I'm good.
I'm good.
Flood gets a little bit worse. He's kind of climbing up on the second floor. A boat comes by. He's by the window. The boat's like, you need to come in this boat because the flood's getting worse. He goes, no, I'm good. I've ridden out storms before. Storm gets a little bit worse. Now he's on the roof. Helicopter comes by. Sir, you need to evacuate. He goes, nope, I'm good. I'll be okay. So unfortunately, he passed. He didn't make it. So he's in the pearly gates. And he walks up to God and he asks God, I'm not done yet. I mean, I thought there was more for me to do on this earth. Why did you let this happen to me? He said, well, I sent you a bus. I sent you a boat. And I sent you a helicopter.
You turned it down.
Gentlemen, I don't know if today's the day that something's being sent to you. You have to make the decision, because I can't make that man get into that bus. I can't make him get into the boat. and I can't make him get into a helicopter. You have to do your part. My part's already done. God's already shown me the way to help his people through anything they're going through. It's all in writing. It's all there. And one of my statements is documentation beats conversation. I can show you whatever you want to do. But if you're not ready to hear it, it don't really matter. So I know I spoke for a long time, but
No. I'm letting you flow with that because
a pedigree and all that stuff. I speak from the heart. It is what it is. You want to learn, you want to get it done, or you don't. It's up to you. Look, it doesn't matter to me if people follow, don't follow, whatever. That's why I don't do public. Because first of all, I don't like trolls, so I don't do public. So people that are on my team, we all know each other. We're like-minded, and we get stuff done every week.
Love it. I love that, Clay. And
here's my intro, my friend. That's all I got.
Clay, I want to ask you this because you hit one of the key factors there. I want to comment, and before I ask you this, but I'm gonna comment to say this part. When you, I guess it is a question too. When you say mindset, I gotta pause because I think that's one of the biggest problems, because we can teach you skills all day long. We can teach you certain things. We can show you certain things, but do you have the mind to do the thing that we're trying to teach you?
Absolutely. And that's why NV Social leads off with mindset training. In fact, as you join the group, the first thing I ask you to do is commit to a 21-day cycle of watching 21 5 to 10 minute videos to change your mindset. And you have to do that every single day. And you have to, once you get to 21 days, you start over with day number 1. So now you're in 22 days. And I ask you to write down what each video meant to you. On Facebook, you actually write your comments, so you can go read your own comments. And when you go to watch the second video, the first video, the second time, you write your comments. And then I ask you, why don't you read the first set of comments you made versus the comments you just made? And you'll notice that your mindset's starting to change. I have some people on day number 4,000, day number 5,000. Day number 400, day number, I think the highest person is at like day number 12,000 that they've been doing it. And it changes you because it's all about mindset, because without the right mindset, you won't be able to see the things you need to see.
That's good. That's good. The mindset. That's why I had to reiterate that, or just go back to that, because really that's what your book is. I'm gonna put this back on the screen, but his actual book has said it's all in the mindset, because mind determines actions. We can take better action if we change our mindset, because a lot of us, I think, we get trained and shown certain things. Number one, our mind is not there, nor our heart. So that's another part of it. Your heart got to be there too.
You know, it's really interesting and how people's mindsets works, because you just talked about the book, right? And someone, I'm sure there's someone listening to this right now. Oh, he wrote a book. He must be making some money, because people jump to conclusions. Just like that's why I led off with the airplane story. So people like to jump to conclusions because they don't know the real story. So it's interesting that you talk about this book. So let me give you the reality, because if I asked you, would you jump out of an airplane for $1 million that's sitting on the ground, and the airplane's a little Cessna sitting 6 feet off the ground, would you do it? Everybody will raise their hand and says, yeah, I'm going to jump out of that 6-foot airplane to make $1 million. So the mind, so the reality of this book situation is this happened. This book was written about 1.5 years ago. I did not write the book. People think I wrote the book, but I didn't write the book. I was given the book by my team members. We have a meeting every Saturday morning. We have that for the last decade plus. I do it every Saturday. We start on time. I speak for about 20 minutes. All the members speak for about 20, 30 minutes. Then my amazing queen, she prays us out, and then we're done. And we do that every week. So one Saturday, about a little bit over a year ago, she walks into my office and she's dressed, and I'm like, okay, what's going? You never come in my office before the meeting. And she has this present in her hand, and that blew me away. I'm like, what's going on? And she pulls up right next to me. I'm like, okay, this is really weird. She says, well, the team has asked me to do the Zoom with you today and sit next to you, and they wanted to present you with this present, and they wanted to do it live. By the way, we recorded that video and it's on our group. So I had to record, and they said please record it because I never record our lives because I'm not looking for trolls. I'm not looking for clicks. So she hands me the gift. I open up the gift, and it's this book. Now, this book has been published by Amazon. It took them over a year to do it, and it's all the stories around the world of all the people that has changed your life due to our teachings. And they all wrote notes, and they published all these notes and handed me this book.
Wow,
now,
that's awesome.
I don't know how many people have ever had their obituary read to them while they're alive. I'm one. I don't know if there's any others on this planet, but that's how I look at it. I literally read my obituary while I was alive. I cried for 2 weeks. And that's how important the book is now. Some people say, oh, but you guys are selling them. I told Amazon or the people that put it up there, sell it for whatever Amazon wants to make or whatever. Don't ever send me a dime. I've never made a dime off that book. And people buy it all the time.
Wow.
So people jump to conclusions because they don't know the full story. It is what it is. But God provides for me. I don't need to sell a book to provide for myself.
Wow. Well, that's the book there, y'all. Go to Amazon and get it. Amen. It's there. I put it on the screen. Type Clayton Sampson's name in there, and you'll find that book. Let's say I see you guys' comments. Brother Sean Michael, I see that. Yes, thank you. Mindset, good. Title of the book is good. Yes, thank you so much, Sean Michael. I don't know where you at. You travel so much, so wherever you at, Sean. Hello. Okay, so before this next question, I want to ask you this. Or say this: when it comes to the whole thing of just, we have these big ideas to change everybody. I know that's me and you. I've been on meetings with you, and I heard your story. And I said, what really drew me to you is hearing you talk like me. That's really what drew me to you. Hearing certain things, I like, man, this man's saying almost everything I say when I'm preaching, when I'm talking to people, when I'm counseling. So I said that really drew me. So when we look about what's happening now in the world, and we see everything that's taking place, the SNAP benefits are being taken away, the immigration stuff, all the stuff that's happening, and we have these powerful answers. Why would you think, or should I ask you this question? How could people really take action on this particular information immediately that you're sharing with what you're about to share? We're going to go into the everything trading after this. What's some things that you can share that can really lead people into this information and get them on a better path financially?
Well, the key to it is, number one, if again, it's free to join my group. If you join the group, I recommend you go. It takes 20 minutes worth of videos with instructions of what you do, and then you start on your path. I teach, again, mindset training. I teach health. I teach legacy. I teach people how to make more money you've ever made before in your life. All this information is in one place, one situation. I don't have to babysit anybody. People can go at their own pace. You can do it fast. You can do it slow. You can do it not at all. It doesn't matter to me because you're not sending me a check. So I don't have to sit there and advertise it and push it. If someone wants to do it, do it. If you don't. It's up to you. It's called Envy Social. The website is Envy, ENVY, social.group. And I have step-by-step instructions of how you can live your life on your own terms. That's it. It's that simple. And every week I meet on Saturdays and we discuss things to help you if you have questions, which you shouldn't have any questions if you can follow directions, because it's taken me 2 decades to write the system. It's all there. And you go through the process and you go through at your own pace. You don't have anybody making you do anything. You don't have anybody sending you a bill. You don't have anything. You go through. If you want to change your life, that's where you start to go change your life. There's videos for you to watch. There's things for you to read. And you're going to see me on Zoom every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Pacific time. I speak for 20, 30 minutes. Members speak. They ask questions. They do what they need to do. My wife prays us out. And that's it. That's what God told me to do. I've been doing that for over a decade. So it is what it is. And you guys find whatever you want to find and you learn whatever you want to learn. And everything you need to know to make your life different is on that page. Everything.
Wow. That's awesome, Clay. Now let's segue into this. I don't know how much you want to elaborate on the everything trading, but just take it away. Talk a little bit about that if you're able. I don't know certain parts you talk about, certain parts you don't, but just whatever you can share.
Okay, well, with one of the things we have, and let me tell you why everything trading came around. We were part about 6-7 years ago. We were investing in all these different crypto things, all these different companies came in for mining and all that stuff, and I did very well. I mean, I did very, very well in it. Unfortunately, all of them are gone, and one of the companies that did really well that influenced me in starting everything trading was called Trader's Domain. This company ran away with about $800 million of people's money.
Wait. Was it 8 million?
800 million.
You did say 8, right?
Yeah, 800 million. And you guys can Google it. It's all over Google.
$800 million?
They stole $800 million from the people. Now, I didn't lose a dime. I started with about 250,000 that I put in. Some people put in 5,000. Some people put 10,000. I made a couple million, but I followed my rules. My rules are very simple, and these are rules that you will learn in my group. If you invest in whatever you do, you have to follow something called a 1/3 rule. And if you don't follow that, you're going to have a problem, just like all the other rules that I have. The first thing is if you make $100, 1/3 of that $100 goes back into your investment. 1/3 of it goes to pay off debt. The other third gets split in threes. You need to go have some fun. You need to pay your taxes, and you need to go bless your community. That's the formula. So I used that formula on this company called Trader's Domain, pulled out a few $1 million, paid off some debt, did the whole deal before they ran. When they ran, I had about $17 million in the account. Gone. Couldn't take out a dime. All the money's gone. So, of course, like I said, I speak to God daily, many times a day. We had this little chat. And he told me that I can teach you exactly what that man was doing to trade before he stole all the money. Now, prior to that, you guys, I'm telling you, I'm giving you cold
Glory
hard.
to God.
This was February
God told you he going to teach you. Now
25th, 3 years ago. February 25th, 3 years ago. He said, don't worry about that little $17 million. I got you. I'm going to show you what to do. As long as you help my people. Now,
glory, hallelujah.
I always wanted to trade. So I spent about $30,000 on a course. The guy told me it'll take me about a year.
Clay, could I stop you for 1 second?
Yes.
Could you please tell me, Clay, what did you do when you lost $17 million, man? Did you cry? Did you lay out? Did you fall in the street? You got to. Talking like, oh, that's just $17.
Well, but here's it's not yours until you withdraw it.
Oh, I see. I got you. But
So
it was still yours on the screen.
the account's at $17 million, but it didn't get it. Now I withdrew a couple million. It kept growing. Now, here's the scenario. Some people may say, well, wait a minute. You said the 1/3 rule, so why didn't you pull out part of the 17 million? I wasn't able to pull out anymore. After I pulled out a couple million, the withdrawal stuck, and nobody can withdraw anymore. And he kept telling everyone, oh, it's because of the banks. Oh, we have too much money. Oh, the bank is putting a freeze on our withdrawals. Oh, and this and that. Oh, went on for about 3 years. So at that time, with the first I probably had a few million in there. And then it just kept adding and adding and adding and adding. And we weren't able to withdraw. That's why it went up so much. But I knew after the second or third excuse, I already knew it was a wrap.
Yeah,
because everybody has an agenda. His agenda was to pay out people, take hundreds of thousands of people out all over the world, get himself close to $1 billion and disappear. That was his agenda. I mean, it is what it is. So I can cry over something I can't complain because God told me, look, I'm going to give you something even better. Don't even worry about that.
Don't even worry about it. There you go.
I'm going to teach you what he did. Now, I don't know how to trade. I'm not a trader. I spent $30,000 learning how to trade. And after about 3 weeks, I gave up. I had to wake up early in the morning, try to learn charts, I don't know anything about a pip, a whip, a dip, I don't know. Ain't my thing. learn it. I couldn't learn it. I gave up. I had this beautiful computer sit here with 5 monitors, all this stuff. It sat here for about 2-3 years. But
Wow.
again, God always has a plan. So yeah, I made my money in Trader's Domain. I sat here with a yellow pad and I looked at all the trades he made, and I started seeing there was a pattern. There was a pattern to it. And I wrote down, my wife would even come and says, "Are you going to come to bed? You've been in here for like 3 days." I'm like, "I'm doing God's work. I got it."
Wow.
And 72 hours after I started a process, I'm like, I got it. I got the pattern. And I don't trade the market. I don't trade stocks. I don't know how to trade stocks. I can't trade stocks. I don't want to learn how to trade stocks. I don't know about nothing about trading. One thing I do tell you I know about, I know the gold market. And I can extract any amount of money out of the market in gold. And if I told some of you guys how much I've extracted in one day, you won't believe me, so I'm not even going to tell you. But I will tell you this much. I can teach anyone on this planet with internet how to earn $500 to $1,000 a day pulling money out of the gold market. Now, that may not seem like much to some, but for some people, $1,000 a day can change your life forever. Now, I have students that's pulled out 10,000, 15,000, 75,000, 100,000, 300,000
in a day.
$1 million in a day. It's $1 trillion industry.
Did y'all hear what Did y'all hear what he just said, people? Pastors, I want y'all to make sure you heard what he just said. You talking about building funds and chicken dinners and steak dinners and catfish dinners and meals. This young man just said you can pull out $100,000 in a day.
Well, actually in an hour, because I tell people don't trade more than an hour.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
You're not working on because we're not going to be. I'm not. Look, how could you live life on your own terms if you're sitting in front of a computer for 8, 10, 12 hours? I may as well go back to the car business. Wow. I'm talking about doing that in under an hour.
So your documentation.
There you go.
Look at that. That's one of his charts. That's $4,000, and I don't know how long it took him to do it, but but you guys see there at the bottom of that balance. That's $4,000.
Yeah, you're looking at the small ones.
That's a small one.
The very small ones. That was probably back in the day. I won't go into market unless I can pull $250,000, $500,000, $750,000.
And that's not even in a day.
No, I don't work for the whole day. You work for an hour and you're done. Now, would you get to those numbers right away? Absolutely not. My commitment is I can show you how to make $500 to $1,000 a day. If you become a better student, then you can start adding zeros to that. That's up to you, not up to me. I only show 500 to 1,000. Now, I had a young lady send me her congratulations and thank you for showing her what to do, and she sent me her nice little deal that she had a $17,000 day today. Took her 18 minutes to make $17,000. I said, congratulations, keep going. Let me know when you get to 100,000.
In 1 hour.
In 1 hour.
Pastors, I want y'all to just take a pause, sit down, whatever you're doing, and just share this video, because I want to make sure that when I come out to your churches and everything, that you all are already signed up with this particular program, Everything Trading. I'm promoting it, I'm pushing it, because it's time for change, y'all. We are literally right now. The world changed. Why we gonna change? Why we gonna just keep being the same church, shouting, dancing, slobbering, jumping across pews when it ain't no effectiveness? We're not making the money we need to make. Everybody in the church struggling. We got pastors driving Bentleys and members driving Toyota Camrys that's with the floor bottoms out. And I'm nothing against Toyota Camrys, but I'm just saying we want to bring everybody up. I'm the type of leader that I want to see everybody succeed, not just myself. And this brother here, Brother Clay, is the same way. That's why he caught my attention. So we're not gonna be much more longer. Clay, just do me a favor. Tell them how we can get started with Everything Trading. Pastors and leaders, I want to come to your church. You already signed up. You're starting with this, and we're getting the members started with this. And we're going to touch on his debt elimination really quick. He has a debt elimination program. We're going to touch on that just briefly before we go. But just tell them how they can get started with the Everything Trading. We told them about the Everything Social, Everything Trading. Let's get that in the way here.
Well, everything, it's on, when you go to everything, MVSocial.group, you'll eventually fall into the Everything Trading. You'll see that post and how that works. But I'll tell you right now, Unless you get your mindset correct, let me tell you how much you're gonna make on everything trading. Zero. In fact,
Nice.
you're gonna make negative zero because you're gonna lose some money. Because it's not about trading. I'll tell you right now, you're gonna waste your money. It's not gonna work for you. You have to get the mindset down first, and that's what I mainly teach. That's what it's all about. And once you get the mindset down, the rest is history. You can go out and do whatever you need to do. You can go out there, change your life, and it's a no-brainer. That's it.
Awesome.
So, you know, as far as the debt elimination, we have a system to show you. In fact, it's really interesting. Again, you know, people say knowledge is power. Nah, knowledge is not power.
Applied
The
knowledge.
execution of that
Applied
knowledge
Yes.
is power. So let me give you guys a little, just like I gave you a little teaser in the airplane story. Let me give you another teaser. I'll just use some raw numbers real quick. So as far as debt elimination, you went out there and you bought yourself a $500,000 house. Congratulations, you're doing well. The lender told you, or the people sold your house, hey, we got a great rate for you. Well, prior to the last year, but we got you a little 5% rate. We got you a 4% rate. And, you know, your monthly payment's about $4,000 a month. And you're like, oh, I'm excited. This is great. Oh, man, I got a good rate. I got 4%. Guess what? They just lied to you because your interest rate ain't 4%. Your interest rate's 110%. Now, some of you are looking at me like, what did he just say? I just told you your interest rate's 110%. And you're like, how is it possible? Because they're not going to tell you the truth. Because the Jamie Dimons of the world, the CEO of Chase, that has a salary in the $25 to $30 million range, plus stock options, plus all the stuff that he gets, he ends up probably making over $100 million a year. He ain't going to tell you that your interest rate's 110% because if they told you that, nobody will buy a house. So let me prove my point.
Wow.
So if you bought a $500,000 house and your interest rate is 4%, so I take $500,000 times 4%, then that means that you should pay $20,000 in interest. Isn't that how it works?
Mm-hmm.
If I loaned you $100 and told you, give me 10% back, you got to give me 110.
Mm-hmm.
So if I borrow $500,000 from the bank and they tell me my interest rate is 4%, then I should give you $20,000 back.
Mm-hmm.
If I take this $4,000 payment, I multiply it by 12 months is 48,000, and I multiply that by 30 years is $1.4 million.
Jesus.
So how did I buy a $500,000 house and paid back $1.4 million?
Double. Over double.
So what's my interest rate? It ain't 4%.
Yeah.
Hope the light bulb just went off.
Mm-hmm.
And that's done on cars, jewelry, credit cards, all the stuff that you're financing. Interest is the worst thing on this planet. You need to, people are, well, I can't pay $500,000 for the house. I understand. But instead of paying $900,000 in interest, I'm going to show you how to pay $300,000 in interest instead of $900,000. Don't give the bank that 1.4 or $900,000 in interest. Give them $250,000 in interest, $300,000 in interest. Same with your car, same with your credit cards. I'll show you a program, and all that's on my page. All this stuff people don't tell you, because if everybody knew this, the world wouldn't be the way it is right now. That's why it's called 1%ers. I'm going to teach you how the 1%ers work. I can show you things that you can put your money into that you can cash out tax-free. I can show you things where your children or your grandchildren will never have to work. If you start them off at 4 years old, let them work if they want to work. When they hit 20 years old, they'll be buying their car by themselves. They will be financing their car with their own money, not going to Jamie Dimon or Chase. They're going to go to their IUL. They're going to pull the money out, borrow on themselves, pay themselves back the interest, pay cash for the car. There's things that they don't teach you that we teach every group. But look, people can do what they want to do.
They want to do. Yeah.
I show the information, and then you get to make a decision.
Awesome. Well, Clay, I tell you, this was some powerful information. And he just gave me something. I had the opportunity to meet Chris Ganny. He's also in the finances now. He played with the Chicago Bulls, Michael Jordan. He played with the San Antonio Spurs. And he invited me out to his office, and we sat down and talked. And very down to earth guy. He's already pretty wealthy, and he was just sharing me some wealth things. He brought up that IUL. A lot of people don't understand how they can, do that strategy, because basically the banks ain't gonna tell you that stuff. Like when I got into trading 5 years ago, pretty wealthy business partner, wife called me, Ben Tankard, and his Joel Tankard called me, and she was like, "Man of God, you got to see this. You got to see this trading thing." And she was already wealthy, and I'm like, "Why are you so excited?" So I got involved with it, and I do know about the pips and the candles and all. I know all that stuff. Clay don't really know.
You probably forgot more than I know in trading. And if I showed you what I did in trading today, you wouldn't believe me. But it is what it is.
Oh yeah, I believe it. The folks ain't gonna believe it. I believe it. But y'all, the reason why I wanted to bring him on again, this is a crucial, as I've been administering on a message the last few years called a 911 call to God, and a 911 call, we're called of God, and just the urgency of what's happening right now. I'm trying to bring people into some understandings of wealth. I have more guests coming on my show, and we're going to be talking more with Mr. Clay here. He's going to give us final words, and we're going to release them. But this was some good information, y'all. Do me a favor, everybody. I'm seeing popping on the page here now. Share. Good to see you, Sean. Oh, you in you out there with Clay, Sean. You out there with Clay in Los Angeles. But y'all, please share the information. Now the lights finally shined on him. Clay, he finally got the light on him.
Yeah, I got my shirt on too.
Faith, discipline, and obedience. I love that. That's
look, there ain't nothing else I can say besides those 3 words right there.
Oh man, those are powerful words in itself. But again, Clay, we thanks for your time, man. We was uncovered. We didn't get to half of the questions, but we did good. I really need to hear what you had to say, and a lot of people. And I wanted to say that you have final words, but before I do, I wanted to say to all the pastors and leaders who are watching this video right now, leaders, pastors, business owners, church members, please share. I'm gonna put a pop back on the screen so you get the correct spelling, because I did have a little problem with the spelling before, but it is NV Social, and there it is right there. Wisdom Walks
NVSocial.group. NVSocial.group.
Yes, legacy, and then you'll find out about the everything trading in that particular group, and make sure you go grab the book. It's all in the mindset by Clayton D. Sampson. All right, before we go, Mr. Clay, we appreciate your time. I want to say thank you from my heart to yours. We're doing some great things, and I want to say this too. I forgot to say, he's one of the first people that I met and talked to that consistently does I think he called it Golos or something. Yes, going out and just passing out $100 bills. What would say?
Gift one, lift one. Go
Give one, lift ones. And y'all know what that means? That means go in your community. You got the money, stand on the corner and pass out $100 bills. Go give them the restaurant, give the waitress a tip, $100. Blow their mind up in there. So I'm excited to hear this great stuff that he's doing. We're going to be going out feeding the homeless and doing more in the communities as well. As he said, 3%, 333. We got to do more of that. But Clay, go ahead and close us out and give us final words. And we're going to go ahead and thank you again for your time. We'll be talking with you again in the future.
Yeah, well, I think, well, first of all, thank you so much for having me on. I think I made a statement of this earlier. Knowledge is not power. I just dropped some knowledge on all of you. And, it's not powerful. It's not powerful unless you execute it. The execution of that knowledge is where the power is. So hopefully you make those decisions and you go out there and change your life, change your communities, and go live life on your own terms, because it's all about living life on your terms, not anybody else's terms, but your terms.
Yes, and you all can also follow Mr. Clay on Facebook. He gives more of his results there, and he said people ain't gonna believe him, but Clay, just give us one your best day. Now, wait, before I do, I forgot to say before I give you that, Clay was mad for losing one trade. I watched him. I watched that. He said, I lost one trade. This shows you the dedication of winning and seeing others win. That he said, I lost one trade, I think in 2 years or a year or something. He'll tell you. But I think in a year he lost one trade and he was upset because he said, God is, I watched it when I say this, Clay. God is perfect. So I want a perfect streak.
Exactly. Yep. You get all the information is there for you. You guys have the right leader. Hopefully all the pastors follow. They help their people, give back. And we go change the world one person at a time, because nobody is coming to save you but you. You're the only one that can save yourself.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Clay. We'll be
You're
there
welcome.
in January for the NAM convention at the Anaheim Convention Center. Are you near Anaheim?
I'm about 40 minutes away.
Okay. I may look you up when I get there. We're down there for the big music conference. So
Perfect.
we look forward to seeing you, Clay. And thanks again. We'll have you again back on our show, Total Legacy here. And appreciate your time.
Appreciate you. Take care, everybody.
All right. Take care now. All right, everyone. That was Mr. Clay Sampson out of California. Great success story. Listen, pastors, leaders, individuals, butchers, bakers, candlestick makers. I don't care who you are. You guys, please share this video. We're not playing around here, y'all. This is no joke. This is some very serious stuff. We want to make sure that you all understand the direction we're going with this. I'm turning my music back on in the background. So make sure that you guys share this information. Make sure that you listen, y'all. Please hear me. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I ain't trying to sell you a dream. I'm not trying to sell you swampland in California or Nevada. I'm telling you that this information is only going to change your life if you take action. Join this man's group. I'm going to be sharing more. I'm coming up with a masterclass myself. I forgot to say this, and I want to make sure that you all hear this. I'm doing a masterclass coming soon on the basics of trading. Okay, I got more guests that I'm bringing on. I'm bringing on another young lady who's I've been watching for the last 7 years, consistently trade gold. This is God's money, y'all. God's money, God's money, God's money. Gold is God's money. Why not invest in God's money? Put your stakes where you know you're going to win. This is God's money. So we're going to be bringing Marquita Thomas on, hailing from Murfreesboro, Tennessee. We got Steve Carter coming on from Dallas, Texas. I got Chris Ganning I'm going to have on the show. He used to play with the Chicago Bulls. He played with Michael Jordan, Scottie Pippen, Kukoc, Steve Kerr. Chris Ganning is coming on the show. He played for the San Antonio Spurs. Great young man. I actually went to his office, sat down and talked with him, and we had a great conversation. He texted me the other day, and we'll be getting back together. I'm going to have him coming on the show. He's going to be sharing wealth secrets for total legacy. Listen, y'all, I stepped out in faith in this particular podcast. I'm like, now we really need to start tapping into some serious wealth in our communities. Serious wealth. They ain't talking about, I got a few $1,000s. No, I'm talking, we need to tap into millions. How we going to change the world and change lives and do more for the kingdom broke? It's not enough. It's not enough for us to keep talking this. And we've been doing a lot of talking, y'all, as a faith body, faith people. We've been doing a lot of talking, but very little walking. So we got to take action. Look, y'all, what's today's date? Glory to God. Some of y'all food stamps going to be cut off. Your food stamps going to be cut off, I think, as of Saturday. Healthcare, they talking about taking healthcare away, taking all these benefits away. Y'all cannot, Lord have mercy, y'all cannot depend on Social Security. We don't know if that's going to be around. You can't depend on Social Security. You can't depend on the 401k. We need to start investing in God's money, gold. I'm bringing these individuals on. We're going to be talking life insurance. We're going to be talking gold trading. We're going to be talking about the stocks. We're going to be talking about real estate. We're going to be talking about, just wealth in general, different things we can invest in. I want to bring this all to the forefront because it's time now for the church to be the church. Either we're going to be a part of the problem or we're going to be a part of the answer. So I'm saying all that to y'all today, and good faith and good spirits. Clayton Thompson was on with us again today, and great entrepreneur, and he's going to give you more information in his group. And make sure that you all get in touch with him on Facebook if you need to. I want to share a few things with you, and I'm going to hop off of this edition of Total Legacy or Total Wealth here. I want to make sure that you all follow me on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, because I want to have more workshops coming up, more information I'll be giving out. And make sure that you all share, because this is very vital, important information, and this is not something that we're trying to do just for money. That's been long gone out my head. This ain't just for money. We got lives to change. We got communities to change. We got regions to go to. We got places to go to. Listen, y'all, either we're going to be a part of the problem or we're going to be a part of the solution. And what do we want to do as a church, as a people, as a generation, as a society? We have to make a difference right now. All right, I'm going to go off playing a little bit of this message here by Eric Thomas, and make sure that you all again share this. All the pastors and leaders, if this is something that has blessed you, encouraged your life, I want for you to write me on Facebook. I want you to just write and send me a message that I'm ready to take action. I'm gonna have information coming to you about the upcoming workshops. I'm gonna have information coming to you about how I come to your church. You do a seminar. We're doing master classes. All right, we're doing master classes. We're doing on-demand classes, so you'll be able to go in and tap in. It's one price per year. You go in there, you pay one price per year. You go into the classes we're gonna have, and you're gonna also be able to come into some of our master classes. It's gonna be one price. However many hours you decide to do. We may do a 4-hour master class on a lot of these topics. You all can pay one price, come in 4 hours, learn everything. I'm gonna have the guests come on, do one-on-one trainings, class trainings. I want to say this before I go. I want to have, before the year is out, I want a class of 1,000 students. That's what my goal is. 1,000 students, online class, and we're going to be doing these wealth strategies for our Total Legacy. We're going to be doing wealth strategies. I want 1,000 students. So I'm getting ready to start promoting. I hope you're going to be in the number. Take action, people. This ain't no joke. Take action. This opportunity is for you. It's open to the world. So it's up to you to do or take action. All right, y'all. I'm getting ready to sign off. I appreciate everyone. It's Jeremiah Fleming here. And I'm excited to be able to come on with this edition of the Total Legacy or Total Wealth. TOW stands for Total Wealth. And we're excited about your next. We're excited about your future. And we're excited about your purpose. Signing off with Mr. Eric Thomas' message talking about procrastination. You all will see you on the next time. Please send me an inbox. Also, before I go, I forgot totally to say this. We're also helping churches with funding. If you need funding for your church, business, or whatever, we got funding opportunities for you as well. We want to help you get funding. We want to help you with your credit, help you establish some things. We got outsourced teams for that. I can't do it all, so I'm now outsourcing a lot of this stuff. But we have teams we outsource you to get funding for your church, funding for your projects, funding for particular things you're doing inside the church, outside the church. Look, y'all, we're here to serve. All right, we love y'all. We're signing off. See you next time. Thanks again for tuning into this edition of Total Legacy, Total Wealth. We're excited for your future. God.
I don't believe in the word procrastination. Like, I don't really believe in that word. I told a young lady in Australia who told me she was a procrastinator. I said, look, if I told you to meet me here tomorrow at 5 a.m. and I'm going to give you $3 million, where would you be? She said, I'm going to be right there at 4:59, ready to get that $3 million. And I said, so then there's no such thing as procrastination. What it is it's not important to you. Right? It's not meaningful to you. It's not something that's urgent to you. And when something is not urgent, you put it off. So yep, you're in school, yes. You probably are getting grades, etc. But if it's not meaningful to you, if it's not important to you, then you're not going to make it a priority. So what you have to do is find out, how can you make it meaningful? How can you make it purposeful? How can you make it stick? And when you can find that out, I promise you, you'll get up early, you'll get there first, and you'll do whatever it takes to make that goal or reality. So for me, no such thing as procrastination. It's a such thing as it's not a priority to you.
You said that you were going to graduate this year. You were going to finish college this year. You said you were going to run a marathon, right? This is what you said out of your mouth. All I'm doing is I'm saying, listen to me, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you should do this, you should do that, you should do this. I didn't tell you all year what you should do. But what I did tell you is don't talk about it, be about it. You should be tired, all right? You should be tired of talking about it, and you should be at a place where you're doing something about it, all right? The reason why you have not become successful, the reason why you are not like a locomotive, the reason why you're not having success in your life is because every single day you got an excuse. And I need you to do me a favor. I made my last excuse yesterday. My last reason. I came up with my last reason yesterday of why I can't do what I'm supposed to do. And so I need you to do me a huge favor. All your excuses, all your good reasons, everything that's keeping you from doing what you're supposed to do, I need you to put it behind you and say yesterday was the last day for that foolishness. Yesterday was the last day to say I don't have enough money to do this. I don't have enough money to go to school. I don't have enough money to get a computer. I don't have what it takes. I'm not smart enough, right? I don't write well enough. I don't sing well enough. That's why I didn't do my CD. I didn't write my book because I'm not on that level. Listen to me. You better hear what I'm saying. Yesterday was the last day that I want to hear an excuse. It's over with. I was embarrassed. I said, listen to me, no more defeats. No more defeats, man. No more. I was tired of feeling defeated. I was tired of talking about I was going to do it and didn't do it. And I hated the feeling of when somebody asked me, yo, E, where the book? I ain't got it. I was tired of getting beat. I was tired of defeat. I said, I'm going to get it done. Every time you set this big goal, you never get it accomplished because you never break it up in manageable pieces. This is it. I'm talking about procrastinators. You still have time. Don't quit. Don't give up. You still have time. You can do it. You can make it happen, but you can't do it procrastinating. You can't do it talking about it, all right? So I just want to go back and recap because I want to make sure you hear what I'm saying. But I dare you, I double dare you to do exactly what you said you were going to do when the year started because it's not too late.
I don't believe in the word procrastination. Like, I don't really believe in that word. I told a young lady in Australia who told me she was a procrastinator. I said, look, if I told you to meet me here tomorrow at 5 a.m. and I'm going to give you $3 million, where would you be? She said, I'm going to be right there at 4:59, ready to get that $3 million. And I said, so then there's no such thing as procrastination. What it is it's not important to you. Right? It's not meaningful to you. It's not something that's urgent to you. And when something is not urgent, you put it off. So yep, you're in school, yes. You probably are getting grades, etc. But if it's not meaningful to you, if it's not important to you, then you're not going to make it a priority. So what you have to do is find out, how can you make it meaningful? How can you make it purposeful? How can you make it stick? And when you can find that out, I promise you, you'll get up early, you'll get there first, and you'll do whatever it takes to make that goal a reality. So for me, no such thing as procrastination. It's a such thing as it's not a priority to you.
You said that you were going to graduate this year. You were going to finish college this year. You said you were going to run a marathon, right? This is what you said out of your mouth. All I'm doing is I'm saying, listen to me, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you should do this. You should do that. You should do this. I didn't tell you all year what you should do. But what I did tell you is don't talk about it, be about it. You should be tired, all right? You should be tired of talking about it, and you should be at a place where you're doing something about it, all right? The reason why you have not become successful, the reason why you are not like a locomotive, the reason why you're not having success in your life is because every single day you got an excuse. And I need you to do me a favor. I made my last excuse yesterday. my last reason. I came up with my last reason yesterday of why I can't do what I'm supposed to do. And so I need you to do me a huge favor. All your excuses, all your good reasons, everything that's keeping you from doing what you're supposed to do, I need you to put it behind you and say yesterday was the last day for that foolishness. Yesterday was the last day to say I don't have enough money to do this. I don't have enough money to go to school. I don't have enough money to get a computer. I don't have what it takes. I'm not smart enough, right? I don't write well enough. I don't sing well enough. That's why I didn't do my CD. I didn't write my book because I'm not on that level. Listen to me. You better hear what I'm saying. Yesterday was the last day that I want to hear an excuse. It's over with. I was embarrassed. I said, listen to me, no more defeats. No more defeats, man. No more. I was tired of feeling defeated. I was tired of talking about I was going to do it and didn't do it. And I hated the feeling of when somebody asked me, yo, E, where the book? I ain't got it. I was tired of getting beat. I was tired of defeat. I said, I'm going to get it done. Every time you set this big goal, you never get it accomplished because you never break it up in manageable pieces. This is it. I'm talking about procrastinators. You still have time. Don't quit. Don't give up. You still have time. You can do it. You can make it happen, but you can't do it procrastinating. You can't do it talking about it, all right? So I just want to go back and recap because I want to make sure you hear what I'm saying. But I dare you, I double dare you to do exactly what you said you were going to do when the year started because it's not too late.
I don't believe in the word procrastination. Like, I don't really believe in that word. I told a young lady in Australia who told me she was a procrastinator. I said, look, if I told you to meet me here tomorrow at 5 a.m. and I'm going to give you $3 million, where would you be? She said, I'm going to be right there at 4:59, ready to get that $3 million. And I said, so then there's no such thing as procrastination. What it is it's not important to you. Right? It's not meaningful to you. It's not something that's urgent to you. And when something is not urgent, you put it off. So yep, you're in school, yes. You probably are getting grades, etc. But if it's not meaningful to you, if it's not important to you, then you're not going to make it a priority. So what you have to do is find out, how can you make it meaningful? How can you make it purposeful? How can you make it stick? And when you can find that out, I promise you'll get up early, you'll get there first, and you'll do whatever it takes to make that goal a reality. So for me, no such thing as procrastination. It's a such thing as it's not a priority to you.
You said that you were going to graduate this year. You were going to finish college this year. You said you were going to run a marathon, right? This is what you said out of your mouth. All I'm doing is I'm saying, listen to me, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm not telling you should do this. You should do that. You should do this. I didn't tell you all year what you should do. But what I did tell you is don't talk about it, be about it. You should be tired, all right? You should be tired of talking about it, and you should be at a place where you're doing something about it, all right? The reason why you have not become successful, the reason why you are not like a locomotive, the reason why you're not having success in your life is because every single day you got an excuse. And I need you to do me a favor. I made my last excuse yesterday. My last reason. I came up with my last reason yesterday of why I can't do what I'm supposed to do. And so I need you to do me a huge favor. All your excuses, all your good reasons, everything that's keeping you from doing what you're supposed to do, I need you to put it behind you and say yesterday was the last day for that foolishness. Yesterday was the last day to say I don't have enough money to do this. I don't have enough money to go to school. I don't have enough money to get a computer. I don't have what it takes. I'm not smart enough, right? I don't write well enough. I don't sing well enough. That's why I didn't do my CD. I didn't write my book because I'm not on that level. Listen to me. You better hear what I'm saying. Yesterday was the last day that I want to hear an excuse. It's over with. I was embarrassed. I said, listen to me, no more defeats. No more defeats, man. No more. I was tired of feeling defeated. I was tired of talking about I was going to do it and didn't do it. And I hated the feeling of when somebody asked me, yo, E, where the book? I ain't got it. I was tired of getting beat.